9:45 a.m. Got AG1 and getting ready to go out for the first morning of surfing. I'm doing 1 star this morning and we're going out to Seminyak Beach. Feeling super excited, slept off the jet lag, got 8 hours of sleep and we're ready to go.
Alright, so we've just finished up the afternoon surf session. It was so much fun. The currents were definitely different today, but I felt I had more confidence on the board and just like I'm really dropping more into trusting my body with the waves now. And so I really loved it out there today. It was beautiful and like just to see all the light rays coming from the sky, so magical. And I'm getting so excited. They got some surf analysis, like videos of us, so I'm gonna watch those to see how it was and where I can improve, which the analytics side of me loves.
Good one. Nice one. The timing was good and your body position was good, but your nose is going up and down. You can see they're not going faster.
Good morning too. It is a rainy Bali morning, as you can see behind me. It feels like I'm in a rainforest right now. And this morning I am headed out again for the 1 star. They're also doing video analysis today, so you'll be able to get some morning feedback. I think of the morning and afternoon sessions, the morning session is my favorite because it feels meditative to be able to wake up with the earth and just sort of be in the water, be in nature, be with Mother Nature as she wakes up. Surfing feels really meditative in that way. And I'm excited to see what discoveries today brings. I find that I don't know when to trust to drop into the wave. I'm still being pushed into the wave. And in my body, my upper body specifically is so sore. So wish me luck. Alright, so we've just made it out here for the morning. It's a cloudy morning and the waves are looking a little bit more intense, and I'm not gonna lie, with the clouds everywhere, it feels a little bit more like, because I feel like with the sunshine it's just like light and optimistic and airy, but with the clouds it's a little bit like gloomy and scary vibes. Alrighty, so we just finished up the morning session over here with Kima Surf and it was so much fun. So at the beginning again I was like intimidated by the waves, just like because it's cloudy, the current was so much stronger, but then I started to trust myself more and had so much fun, like was catching so many waves. It's really just a matter of like when you're in your head with this, when you're fearful, I find it's almost harder because you're trying to analyze it, but it's really something that like when you're on the wave you have to feel it and catch it in that moment. So here's everyone out there right now. These are the waves. There were some huge ones because the current is really strong. So I found it's that moment of surrender, when you surrender to the ocean and you're sort of like, okay, this is how it feels and I feel and I trust my body and I'm gonna drop into it. And then just like practicing that balance. Oh, the sun shines out a little bit. But yeah, practicing that balance and trust and surrender. And the instructor said I'm ready for level 2. My upper body is extremely sore and I have some like scrapes on my stomach. I'm going to rest probably for the rest of the day, do yoga, relax around the surf camp, eat good food. And then tomorrow morning I'm gonna do 2 star. Yay! Let's go back to camp now. Just gotten back from breakfast. Now I'm about to hop in for a shower over here. So this is the outdoor shower area. It's so cute. I love that Zia and I both brought like all of our skincare. Just been hanging around camp for the afternoon. Just watched the video analysis of how this morning's surf session went, and
I'm really happy with how I did, like my ability to pop up and hang on to those waves. We did watch some of the videos from the 2-star, which is green wave. So basically it's like you catch the wave when it's green and hasn't gotten whitewashed yet. I'm not gonna lie, watching those, I was a little scared again. I think I understand the theory of how to do it. It's basically when it's like at the top of it before it's broken into white is when you're like paddle, 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 and then you pop up. Right now, like the feeling that I have inside, I'm like, oh, I'm a little bit nervous / scared thinking about it and seeing how big those waves were in the video compared to like the white ones that we've been doing yesterday and today. But I did sign up for the 2-star tomorrow, and I really want to challenge myself to try it, at least know what it feels like. And he said that even catching like 1 or 2 waves on like 2-star is amazing. It's a lot different than like 1-star where you go catch wave after wave after wave, because it's like easier to get the whitewater waves. I'm intimidated for tomorrow, but I'm resting for the afternoon. I didn't sign up for an afternoon session because my upper body is still sore, so I wanted to give myself a chance to rest and refresh and be ready fresh to try again tomorrow morning. So I'm excited. My friend Susan's gonna come to camp for lunch, and then Zia and I are gonna shoot some photos here for the afternoon. I will share the photos here, and then we're thinking about going to the beach for sunset. And I found a quiet spot over here. I'm about to do a Tony Robbins priming 15-minute meditation that really feels so peaceful for me, so yay. Good morning, happy June 1st. Just woken up here. It is 5:30 a.m. That's what I love about like the surf culture, is that it's just like a lot happens in the morning. It's very like morning culture, stuff like that, which I think is so cool. I'm about to choose which outfit I'm gonna wear for today, and I'm also a little bit nervous because it's gonna be my first time doing 2-star. So I like in my heart I feel that like nervous feeling of am I ready for it? And I feel like 2-star is where it's pretty outside my comfort zone. 1-star with the white foam just feels like manageable, but for this now, it's definitely outside my comfort zone. I'm gonna try it. Like worst case, if I feel too intimidated, I'll just like sit out a little bit and watch and make sure I feel comfortable. The other thing that I really need to learn is how to turtle roll like under the waves that are too big to like just do the push-up method on. I think what I will wear is this top, this fresh bird that I got from a surf shop in North Shore, Hawaii. All right, I'm ready. I'm still scared, nervous, but that's the thing about trying new things, is you're gonna have that tingly feeling, but you commit and you do it anyway. All right, let's go. Oh man, okay, so I just got back from this morning's surf session and it was humbling in every single way. The waves were huge. Well, not huge, but like bigger than the yesterday 1-star. It was my first time trying 2-star. My upper body strength, I feel like that's the biggest thing that I need to improve, because you have to paddle so much and so quickly. I had reached like burnout with my arms at a certain point, and the guide is behind me saying, paddle, paddle, paddle stronger and harder. And I'm in my head thinking about like, okay, I gotta look forward. I gotta pop up. I gotta balance my feet wide enough but not too wide, and I gotta be careful of the coral and the rocks. And it's like one of those analogies where they say like when you're learning to drive a car, there's so many things that you need to check on, like the mirror and being in reverse and ignition and not hit anyone and all these things. And now like I literally zone out when I'm driving and I get to my destination. So it's one of those type of experiences. I was really in my head this morning, and my guide kept telling me, he was like, with surfing, like the biggest thing that you need to do is like be calm, drop into your body. Like the more you're in your head, almost the worse it is, which is such a lesson for me. Like I cannot help but think that I was guided here for a reason, because one of my biggest things has been how I've been so in my head, and I'm literally trying to unlearn that and really eradicate that fear of the unknown, that fear of the giant wave, that fear of what's gonna happen. But then it happens a few times. Like at the end when I was coming back, there was like a shore break and I was caught in it and like tumbled all over like a washing machine, and it's like you're like, oh my god, you look back, the wave is coming, but then you realize like, okay, I gotta duck my head, and it's gonna be okay. Like knock on wood, more often than not, it's gonna be okay. And so that was my biggest lesson. A lot of fear and in my head going into this, but I'm gonna try again in the afternoon, and they're gonna do some more video analysis, so it'll be helpful to see. There were about 4 waves that I caught, so a lot of this one was also like sitting and waiting for the waves. Like there was just a few seconds of standing, and it's like even in those few seconds I'm like, oh, it's so exhilarating and freeing. Like that point where you connect to nature, I can't imagine the feeling of like catching a wave like this all the way. So now I'm gonna shower,
eat breakfast, and then I really need to do some sort of yoga or stretches, or maybe get a massage for my upper body because it's feeling it. All right, let's go. This camp is just so gorgeous. Like walking all around. It's beautiful, beautiful everywhere. And this morning's place that I went to, Batu Belong, was just a 10-minute walk from camp, which was really nice. Didn't have to go in a car. I feel like I'm still mentally processing how just like surreal this morning was. You know, when it's something that you're so in your head about and like scared about, like looking at it from the outside, like if I had stood just on the shore and watched those waves, I don't know if I would have gone in the water because of how intense it was, especially without an instructor. Like the instructors here at Kima are so helpful because not only are like the Indonesian people just the nicest people in the world, but also the Kima surf instructors are really focused on your safety, making sure you feel comfortable and really encouraging you. So like encouraging you to step outside your comfort zone and try it, but not to the point where you're terrified and scared. They say like if at any point you feel unsafe, like they always give you like precautions of where the reef is, where to go, which for me has been so helpful for alleviating like any of that fear that I did have of like, okay, worst case scenario, like I'm safe in this way and they've got me covered. And so yeah, that's been so helpful coming out to a surf camp and being guided by these awesome instructors. And so I've just showered, about to drink my AG1, upload my previous YouTube video, and then I'm gonna go eat some breakfast and then do my yoga or stretches because wow, I'm feeling it. So I've just arrived back at camp in time for yoga. I've got a smoothie I'm gonna drink beforehand as my lunch. I just got a massage at Amo. Such an amazing massage. The guy really knew what he was doing. I had like a cucumber face mask, full body massage, coconut oil, feeling amazing and refreshed. Like I feel like that really helps with the jet lag from the flight and also the muscle soreness from surfing. I feel amazing now. And now going to a gentle stretch yoga flow. So let's go. Look at how cute everything is here. Oh my gosh, what a dream. I didn't even know that the past decade of yoga I've been doing, like now that I think about it, almost every single pose is like preparing for surfing, which is so cool. So let's talk about fear. What is fear? Where does it come from? Why do we feel it? So fear is basically related to our brains, which are thousands of years old from our ancestors when they were out in survival mode and literally had to be fearful for survival. Whoever was the most fearful and aware of their surroundings was more likely to survive, pass on their genes, and have future ancestors have children survive. So our brains have barely evolved since then, so we still are just wired to look for what's wrong. That's why when we wake up first thing in the mornings and our brains are like, oh my God, what's wrong? What can I be aware of? That's why doing meditations and doing things in the morning to try to override that is so important. Be the co-creator of what you want instead of letting your brain tell you and be fearful, be scared. Something that my mentor Tony Robbins taught me that is that anxiety and excitement are basically the same sensation in the body, that tingly feeling that you get of like heart racing. It's just a matter of how your brain decides to label it as excitement or anxiety. And of course, being sensitive to so many other things. I understand a lot of it can be clinical and stuff too, but as like a general level, me going out for surfing this morning, I kind of either been excited about it or anxious about it. And it was basically that same feeling, that feeling. Basically, what do we do about it? How do we address that? For me, it's movement and flow and mindfulness and journaling and yoga and meditation. And so that's how you address it, and that's what it is. And for the next part, I want to talk about fearless versus reckless. A lot of times I get comments on my photos and people are like, whoa, you're so fearless. Wow, you're so courageous. That's amazing. Other times I get comments from people and they're like, you're so reckless. Why are you promoting this? What are you doing? I looked it up and these are the differences between fearless and reckless. Fearlessness is facing uncertainty without being overcome by fear. It's really looking at your pros and your cons and being conscious of the risks, but choosing to proceed with the benefits, knowing that the benefits outweigh the risk, or feeling that the benefits
benefits outweigh the risks for you. Fearlessness is associated with being courageous. And on the other hand, recklessness is a disregard of the consequences, not much consciousness, no clear understanding, or lack of concern for what the outcomes will be. And so there are some times that I look back on my mountain pictures and I'm like, that was pretty reckless. And there are other times at the top of a hike where I'm like, dang, that was so fearless and courageous. And so that's what it looks like and manifests as in the body. So that's why like being out here, facing my fears with this surf camp, hopefully can be a sign of inspiration and motivation for you as well. If surfing is something that's been on your list, or if there's something else that feels really like you have fear around it, but it's a goal or a dream that you want to do, hopefully this inspires and motivates you to do the same. In an hour, I'm going to go out again for the afternoon surf session. And then tonight we have a barbecue at the camp, which I'm really excited for. And just like, look at this view. It's just so peaceful and beautiful. Just got back from the sunset session today and it was so much fun, so much better. Trusted my body a lot more, was feeling a lot more relaxed. The sun was out and shining. It was a beautiful sunset. And I caught 2 waves like all the way from out there to the front. I don't know, it was probably like 10-15 seconds just like riding the wave, bouncing, and so much fun. I absolutely loved it. Yeah, now we're getting ready for barbecue and tomorrow's gonna be a rest day. So I'm gonna end this vlog here and I will see you for the next one.